Welcome friends to Literature Mantra. Today's topic of discussion is reception theory. Now what is reception theory? Who are its proponents or important proponents and how is it applied? Let's find out. And do connect with Literature Mantra, India's only free online preparation platform for UGC NET and all English literature based exams. Reception theory is a form of reader response theory. It was proposed by Hans Robert Joss in the late 1960s in his work Literary History as a Challenge to Literary Theory. On a diagram, it will look something like this. Reception theory has similarities with reader response theory, but also some unique properties. Unlike general reader response theory, which concentrates on a single reader, in reception theory, it is about the entire readership, or the entire readership is taken into account. Then the second point is, in general reader response theory, a particular point in time is considered, whereas in reception theory, the entire literary history is considered. Means from the time any text was first published. So it also takes into account how the opinions of new readers has been shaped by previous criticism or critical opinions of earlier readers or earlier critics or even book reviewers. Unlike general reader response theory, reception theory takes into account both the reception aesthetic as well as the reception history of a literary work. Along with literary works, reception theory is also used in the field of mass media or mass communication. An important proponent of this is Stuart Hall. Stuart Hall's essay of 1973, Encoding and Decoding Television Discourse, is considered a path-breaking essay in this field. Another important thing is that he mentions three types of readers or audiences. The first is called dominant reader or audience, then negotiated reader or audience, and third, oppositional reader or audience. A dominant reader is one who accepts the message of the literary text totally and unquestioningly. So in a way, there is total compliance. A negotiated reader is one who accepts the message of the literary text or the meaning of the literary text as it is. However, he does feel that the message or the meaning of the literary text is incompatible with his accepted beliefs or standards or norms. However, despite all of this, he accepts it. The third one is oppositional reader. Now, oppositional reader does not accept the message or the meaning of the literary text. Why? Because the message or the meaning of the literary text seems to be incompatible or totally incompatible with his accepted standards or beliefs or norms, and therefore he or she totally rejects the meaning or the message of the literary text. So this is what oppositional reader is. So reception theory is used while dealing with literary texts and also in the field of mass media. And just as a recap, reception theory can be used in two places, broadly two places, literary texts as well as mass media. When we are talking about literary texts, the proponent is Hans Robert Joss, and do remember his essay Literary History as a Challenge to Literary Theory, and also the fact that reception theory incorporates two important things, reception aesthetic as well as reception history. Whereas in the field of mass media, the proponent is Stuart Hall. Remember the name of his essay, which is Encoding and Decoding Television Discourse, and Hall also mentions three types of readers: dominant, negotiated and oppositional. Thank you for watching. I'm Professor Singh and I'll see you in the next video.